Hello and welcome. My name is Emma. I am so happy you are here with me today. This video is for you. It is for your practice. I want you to listen to my voice, relax, and learn English slowly. Every person has a story. Today, I want to share mine with you. My day starts very early. It is usually 6:30 or 7 in the morning. My bedroom is very quiet. I do not like the noisy city in the morning. I open my eyes and I see the sun. The light is warm and yellow. I do not use a loud phone alarm. I think loud noises are bad for the brain early in the morning. I prefer a slow start. I stay in my bed for 10 minutes. This is my time to think. I think about my dreams. I think about my plans. I say to myself, Emma, today is a new opportunity. You can be kind, you can be productive, and you can learn something new. Then I get up and walk to the kitchen. My cat, Luna, follows me. She is very hungry in the morning. First, I give food to Luna, and then I think about my own breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal for me. I have a routine. I eat the same thing every day because it makes me feel healthy and strong. I take a white bowl, I put fresh yogurt in it, then I add chia seeds. Chia seeds are small, but they are very good for you. I cut a yellow banana and a green kiwi into small pieces. I add some granola for a little crunch and finish it with a spoon of golden honey. It is like a rainbow in a bowl. While I eat, I do not look at my phone. I do not check my emails. I just look at the trees outside. I watch the small birds. They are busy, and I am busy too. After breakfast, I take a warm shower. I choose my clothes for the day. I work as a marketing manager for a company called Agro Force. We help farmers, and we love nature. I usually wear something comfortable but professional. I put my laptop in my bag, I check my keys, I check my phone. I am ready. But I do not go to the office immediately. I have a special place. It is a very small cafe near my house. It is a hidden gem. There is no big sign on the door. If you walk fast, you will not see it, but I know it is there. I open the heavy wooden door and I hear a small bell. Ding! The air inside is warm. It smells like roasted coffee beans and fresh cinnamon rolls. Marco, the barista, is a very kind man. He is about 60 years old. He has silver hair and a big smile. He sees me and says, "Good morning, Emma. The usual?" I nod and smile back. "Yes, Marco, the usual, please." He starts to make my latte. I love the sound of the milk. It is a soft, bubbly sound. I sit in my favorite chair. It is an old green velvet chair in the corner. Next to me, there is a large bookshelf full of old books. I love the smell of old paper. I take my notebook and a black pen. In this cafe, I have a rule. No digital life. No Instagram, no TikTok, no work emails. I only use my brain and my pen. I write my to-do list. I write about my feelings. Today, while I was writing, I looked at the wall. There is a black and white photo in a wooden frame. I saw it many times before, but today I really looked at it. It is a photo of the same cafe for many years ago, maybe 50 or 60 years ago. In the photo, there is a young woman sitting in my chair. She is wearing a beautiful vintage dress, and she is reading a letter. She looks happy, but also a little bit sad. I started to wonder about her. Who was she? Was she waiting for someone? Was the letter from a friend or a secret lover? The city changes so fast. Buildings grow, cars change, technology moves, but this chair and this cafe are still here. We are connected to the past in small ways. I wanted to ask Marco about the photo, but he was very busy with other customers. I finished my latte. It was perfect. I felt calm and ready for the day. I stood up, said goodbye to Marco, and walked out into the bright sunlight. The street was now full of people. Everyone was running. Everyone was in a hurry. But I felt different. I felt like I had a secret. I felt like I was part of a bigger story. I started walking towards the bus station. My office at Agro Force is in the center of the city. Usually the bus is crowded, but I don't mind. I use that time to listen to music or just observe the people around me. But today, I saw something strange at the bus stop. But I will tell you about that in the next part. I told you that something strange happened at the bus stop. Let me explain. While I was waiting for bus number 14, I looked down at the bench. There was a small blue envelope. It was not a bill or a commercial letter. It was a handwritten letter. On the front, it said, "For someone who needs a smile." I was surprised. In 2026, people do not write letters by hand very often. Everyone uses smartphones and emails. I picked up the envelope. It felt heavy. The bus arrived, so I stepped inside and sat near the window. The bus was very crowded, as usual. There were many people going to work. Some people were sleeping, and some were looking at their phones. I opened the blue envelope. Inside, there was a small card. It said, "The best things in life are not things. They are moments. Enjoy your coffee, enjoy the sun, and remember that you are doing a great job." There was no name, just a small drawing of a flower. I smiled. It was a very simple message, but it made me feel very good. I thought about the woman in the old photo from the cafe. Maybe she also loved letters. I put the blue envelope in my bag and looked at the city passing by. The bus stopped in front of a large, modern building. This is where I work. The company is called Agro Force. I'm a marketing manager here. I love my company because we care about nature and the future of food. I walked into the lobby. It is a very beautiful place with many green plants. I took the elevator to the 5th floor. When the doors opened, I heard the sound of keyboards and people talking. My office is bright and organized. On my desk, I have a small plant and a photo of my family. My morning at work is always very busy. First, I check my emails. Today, I have many messages about our new project. We are working on a campaign for corn hybrids and a new series called Agronomist Advice. I also need to update our company website and the mobile app. It is a lot of work, but I enjoy it. I like to be creative. At 11 a.m., we have a team meeting. My boss is a very smart person, and I recently gave him a special gift to show my respect. During the meeting, we talked about our new marketing video for a product called Radifarm. This product helps plant roots grow strong. It is very important for farmers. I presented my ideas for the video. I want the video to be simple and helpful for everyone. After the meeting, my colleague, David, came to my desk. David is a graphic designer. He is very talented. "Emma, did you see the new camera we bought for the studio?" "Not yet," I replied. "Is it the Sony A7S III or the A7 IV? I was researching them last month." "It's the A7 IV, David said with a big smile. "The quality is amazing. We can use it for your YouTube channel, too." I laughed. David knows that I have a YouTube channel where I post English podcasts for beginners. It's my hobby, and I love to help people learn. But right now, I had to focus on Agro Force. I spent the next 3 hours writing articles and looking at agricultural data. By 1 p.m., I was very hungry. Lunchtime is my favorite part of the workday. I usually go to a small park near the office. But today, David said, "Emma, do you want to try the new salad bar across the street?" I thought about the blue envelope in my bag and the mysterious letter. I wanted to tell someone about it. "Yes, David," I said. Let's go. I have something interesting to show you. We walked out of the building. The sun was very hot, but there was a cool breeze. The city felt alive. But as we were walking to the restaurant, I saw someone. A man was standing near the bus stop, and he was holding a stack of blue envelopes. David and I walked to the new salad bar. The city was very noisy, but I was thinking about the man with the blue envelopes. David, I said, look at that man over there. He is holding the same blue envelopes. David looked, but the man was already gone. He disappeared into the crowd. We sat down at a small table near the window. I showed David the card from my bag. He read it and smiled. Emma, this is wonderful. Someone wants to make the city a happier place. Maybe it is a social project? I thought about that. In my work at Agro Force, we also try to help people, but in a different way. We help farmers grow food, but this man was helping people grow happiness. As we ate our lunch, our conversation changed. We stopped talking about work and started talking about life. David asked me, Emma, do you have any plans for your vacation? I smiled because I have a very big plan. Yes, David, I said. I am planning a trip to Georgia. David was surprised. Georgia? The country in the Caucasus? Yes, I replied. It is a beautiful country with high mountains and very old traditions. My partner is a bit introverted, so I want to find a quiet and romantic place there. I told David a secret. I am engaged, and I am thinking about a special proposal or a celebration in the Georgian mountains. I also told him about my other project. Last year, I was researching interior design costs in Georgia. I have a dream to have a small, cozy house there, maybe 60 square meters. I love to look at photos of modern but simple houses. I want a house with a big window and a view of the forest. You are always so busy, Emma, David laughed. You manage marketing for Agro Force, you make YouTube videos, you study languages, and now you are designing a house. It is true, I said, but I like to be busy. It makes me feel alive. I told David about another project I finished in November 2025. I helped create a website for a place called the Sarawani IDP Settlement. The website has local news, a map, and important contact information for the people living there. It was a lot of work, but I felt very proud when it was finished. We finished our lunch. I felt very motivated. Talking about my dreams always gives me energy. We walked back to the office, but I couldn't stop thinking about Georgia and the blue envelope. When I arrived at my desk, there was a new notification on my computer. It was an email from a stranger. The subject of the email was the Blue Envelope Project. My heart started to beat faster. I opened the email slowly. It said, Dear Emma, we saw your YouTube channel and we love your podcasts. We have a question for you. I sat back in my chair. What did they want, and how did they know my name? I looked at my office plant, then at the blue envelope on my desk. My simple day was becoming a mystery. But first, I had to finish my marketing report for the corn hybrids campaign. Work is important, but my mind was already somewhere else. I opened the message from the Blue Envelope Project. It was very interesting. The email said, Emma, we are a group of artists and teachers. We want to help people learn English in a fun way. We hide letters around the city to start conversations. We saw your YouTube channel where you teach English, and we want you to join us. Can you help us write the next letters? I felt so excited. This was a perfect project for me. It combines my love for marketing, my YouTube channel, and helping people. I immediately wrote back, Yes, I would love to help. We decided to meet on Saturday to talk about the project. After I finished the email, I felt full of energy. I finished my work at Agro Force very quickly. I updated the website and checked the new video for Radifarm one last time. By 6 p.m., my workday was over. I said goodbye to David and walked out of the building. When I go home after work, I have another routine to relax my brain. First, I go to the gym. I think it is very important to move your body. While I am at the gym, I listen to techno music. I love the fast rhythm. It helps me focus and feel strong. I usually spend 1 hour there, running or lifting small weights. It is my time to forget about computers and reports. After the gym, I walk home. The city is very beautiful in the evening. The street lights are on and the air is cool. When I arrive at my apartment, my cat, Luna, is waiting for me at the door. She wants attention and, of course, some food. I make a light dinner, usually a salad or some soup. While I eat, I like to engage in one of my favorite hobbies, chess. I am still a beginner, so I often practice online or read about the rules. I love chess because it is like a puzzle. It teaches you to think before you move. It is very similar to learning a language or planning a marketing campaign. You need a strategy. Later in the evening, I sit on my sofa with a cup of herbal tea. I take my camera, the Sony A7 IV, and look at the footage for my next podcast. I think about my viewers. I want my videos to be clear and helpful. I start to write a script for a new episode about how to talk about your hobbies. I also check my travel notes about Georgia. I look at photos of the mountains in Svaneti and the old streets of Tbilisi. I feel so happy when I think about my trip. I want to learn some basic Georgian words, too, like gamarjoba for hello and madloba for thank you. It is always polite to learn a few words of the local language. By 10:30 p.m., I am ready for bed. I turn off the lights and put my phone in another room. I want to sleep well because tomorrow is a big day. I have a lot to do, and I want to be ready for the Saturday meeting with the Blue Envelope team. But just before I fell asleep, I heard a small sound near my window. I looked out, and I saw something strange on my balcony. A small blue light was blinking. Remember the blinking blue light on my balcony? I was a little bit afraid, but I was also very curious. I opened the window slowly. It was not a ghost or a spy. It was a small, high-tech drone. It had a tiny blue light. The drone was carrying a small box. I took the box, and the drone flew away into the night sky. Inside the box, there was a beautiful handmade chess piece, a white queen. There was also a note. Your strategy is working, Emma. See you on Saturday at the old cafe. I laughed. This was the most creative invitation of my life. The Blue Envelope team were really artists. I slept very well that night, feeling like I was in a movie. Saturday morning arrived. It was a sunny and warm day. I put on my favorite dress and walked to the old cafe. When I arrived, the cafe was different. There were blue flowers on every table. Marco, the barista, was wearing a blue tie. He smiled at me and pointed to a large table in the back. There, I met the team. There were 3 people, Sophia, a painter, Leo, a writer, and Anna, a teacher. They told me their big plan. They wanted to create a global project. They wanted to hide these blue envelopes in different cities around the world, in London, in New York, and even in Tbilisi, Georgia. Emma, Sophia said, We want you to be the voice of this project. You can make videos and podcasts to explain the letters. You can help people connect through English. I was so happy. This was a dream come true. My work at Agro Force is great for my career, but this project was great for my soul. We spent the whole day planning. We wrote letters about love, about nature, and about the importance of drinking water and eating healthy breakfast. As I walked home that evening, I thought about you, the person listening to this podcast. Why am I telling you this story? Because I want you to know that English is not just a subject in a book. It is a key. It is a key that opens doors to new friends, new projects, and new adventures. A few months ago, I was just a girl working in marketing and playing video games like Assassin's Creed or SnowRunner in my free time. But because I practiced my English every day, my world became bigger. Now, I am part of a global art project. I am planning a life in Georgia, and I am helping you. So, here is my final advice for you. Be curious. Look for the blue envelopes in your life. Be consistent. Practice every day, even for 5 minutes. Don't be afraid. Making mistakes is how you learn. I am now standing on my balcony again. The city is quiet. Luna is sleeping on the sofa. I am looking at my white queen chess piece and smiling. My life is an adventure, and your life is an adventure, too. Thank you for listening to my 5-part story. This is the end of this series, but it is not the end of our journey. I will see you in the next video on my YouTube channel. Goodbye for now. Keep practicing, and remember, you are doing a great job.